Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Parapsychology today. Thank you so much for being here. Moving forward, I'm going to do things a little bit differently. There's going to be 4 main types of videos that I do. The first will be channeled messages. The second will be course creation and membership tutorials. The third will be research within parapsychology. And then the fourth will be interviews of people within the field. So this week's episode will be channeled messages from the past week. So I'll get into sharing what those are. So channeling for me is honing in on messages that come from predominantly my higher self. They can come from source, all that is, ascended masters, spirits that have passed, animal spirits. They can come from any number of places. And if you're in the spiritual community, you will understand that there is no one place that messages are channeled from. They could be extraterrestrial or other beings. There's no limit to the origin of messages that come through. So the first message for me that came through was that 2025 is a 9-year. If you are involved in any way with numerology, 2025, so 2 + 2 + 5 equals a 9-year. All of the numbers that you have will all add up between a number between 1 and 9. And then you have master numbers 11, 22, 33, etc. But those are what they predominantly focus on. And so 2025 being a 9-year means it's a year of endings, which then lead to new beginnings. So this could be the end of relationships. This could be the end of contracts. It could be the end of old ways of thinking that are making way for the new. But it is just a simple message to let you know that things will be coming to an end in your life in this year. And it's for the better, of course, because they lead to new things, but not to be surprised when there are all of these endings that start to take place. So that was the first message. I've also started to keep a journal, and if you guys want to work on your own channeling skills, you can do a regular practice of meditation or journaling, and I find that that helps. So the second message that came through was that we as human beings are being asked or forewarned to eliminate any negative behaviors and secrets. So it's made clear that if those are purged, the past will become the past. But if it continues, those damaging behaviors and secrets will be brought to light, and that there is no PR campaign great enough to allow someone, the perpetrator, to come back from what they have done. Additionally, if someone stops that bad behavior and there are other individuals who are trying to persecute that individual or that group, but the behavior has stopped, that negativity will then be cast upon the individuals who are pushing for persecution. So that was a very interesting message to come through as well. The third message to come through was that the only thing we have to do in this human experience as human beings is to be the best version of ourselves that we can be. So we need to begin to eliminate any and all external validation because that's not needed. And we need to start going within to love ourselves, to accept ourselves, and to align with our higher self in the best way possible, and then allow our intuition to get us where we need to go. The fourth message is that 2025 will be a very tumultuous year energetically. And if we are feeling overwhelmed from all of this energy, it's being asked that we, again, turn within and focus on ourselves. So if there are things that you can do to improve your health, if you can eat better, if you can monitor your sleep, if you can ensure you're drinking water or cutting out anything that's a bad habit, smoking, drinking, etc., that will definitely help you find balance this year as you progress forward. Okay, so message number 5 is don't get wrapped up in mainstream media or social media to the point where it causes anxiety. It's good to keep an open mind, have awareness of what's going on locally and globally, but keep in mind that you manifest timelines billions of times per second. So because of the constant change, if you witness any negativity, you should be the change you wish to see in the world. You have to become that vibration in order to see it around you, because like attracts like. The next transmission that came through was that our job as lightworkers is not to eradicate darkness, negativity, or low vibrations. It's simply to be the light, the positivity, the high vibrational frequency, and mirror for others in order to help them choose their own path. The next message that came through was a thought from my higher self that said, I listen to my intuition and it never leads me astray. So you're supposed to listen to your subtle inner knowings, because intuition is a high state of consciousness that feels very light energetically. So you need to create a space and make time to quiet your mind and listen in order to allow your intuition to guide you. The 8th message to come through was, what do you want to create and what do you want your reality to look like? It's the message that tells us to focus on what we want as opposed to what we don't want, which is the scarcity mindset. So as conscious beings who are evolving by choosing to have a human experience here on Earth, we are masters of manifestation. Earth is a school. We're here to learn lessons. We're essentially playing parts in a play, characters in a play. So we do not eliminate good or bad. Nobody is just one or the other. We are both. There is that polarity in our human experience. So remember that you do not need to learn how to manifest. You do this naturally, billions of times per second without even thinking about it. So just like you can combine one picture after another and it makes a motion picture or a movie that we would watch on the television screen, that's exactly what you do with your own life and manifesting everything that happens. So keep in mind that you first manifest on a mental level and frequency. And once you see and feel it internally and have that inner knowing that it's already yours, then you can manifest it in the 3D and physical realm. So choose what you want, and if it aligns with what you need in order to evolve and learn, manifesting can be incredibly fast. And I'm sure you all know this, but if you're out of alignment with your authentic self and you desire one thing but don't need it, in that case, it will never come to fruition because it's not supposed to be a part of your existence. So that's why it is of utmost importance to know thyself. The next transmission that came through was that it's time to upgrade, especially this year in 2025. It's time to reclaim our mind and our body and make healthy choices. You know, it's funny that everywhere I look on TV commercials or in the news, there are so many ads for, ask your doctor for this medication or try this new diet or whatever it is. Just be sure not to jump on the bandwagons as they come by. You alone know what you need to eliminate in your life to make room for the new. You know what you have to stop doing. You know what limiting beliefs you have to get rid of in order to align with your authentic self and have a healthier life. So just be careful about anybody else giving you the specifics about what exactly your path entails, because only you know what that is. The 10th message was the statement, if not now, when? I know that, especially in the West and even globally, with the scarcity mindset that is amongst the majority of the population, we can convince ourselves to hold off on doing things, or, we can get it tomorrow. Whatever excuses or procrastination we talk ourselves into due to having a spouse or kids or a day job, whatever it is. But if you have something that you want to do in this life, I highly encourage you to just start. It doesn't matter how you get to your final destination, but if you don't start, you'll never get there. If you look at the 3 values that I have for myself and my company, one of them is being consistent and just taking those little steps forward all the time. And for me, it's really important not to stop. You may see me slow down sometimes. You may see me realign or recalibrate, but there's never a point that I stop. You may not see it on the outside because I am almost always more withdrawn and keeping to myself, but I am very much a believer in determination and resilience and taking those baby steps each day to get to wherever it is you need to go. So if you're in need of encouragement, just do it. Just start with whatever it is that you want. You want to build a business? Start. You want to paint or do something, music, write a book, whatever it is, if it's in service to people around the globe, there's someone out there that needs your message. And if you're not moving forward and you're holding yourself back because you're afraid, they're not getting that message. So the last thing was, don't let anything stop you. Now, message number 11. The final message that I got for this week was that it's okay to fail. It's okay to fail. I think it's Nelson Mandela who was quoted as saying, "I never lose. I either win or I learn." And I think Gary Vee repurposed that quote by saying, "I never fail. I either succeed or I learn," which is the same thing about being optimistic as opposed to pessimistic and just seeing the good in things. So please know that if you're not failing, if you're not having to recalibrate and realign and readjust, rebuild, then you're not trying at all. And if you don't try, then you don't go anywhere. So let's make 2025 a year of creativity and building and new beginnings, okay? So if you've listened to the end, thank you so much. If you want to subscribe to the channel, that's fantastic. Like I said, there's going to be 4 types of videos moving forward. It will be focused primarily on, of course, parapsychology. The channeled messages are me as the channel giving the messages, so honing in on my gifts. There's also going to be more interviews for other people in the field, and then, of course, research in the field of parapsychology. If that interests you, subscribe so you can get notifications. Please also feel free to leave me comments below. I love to get questions. I love to hear your opinions and your comments. And overall, I look forward to working with you all in the future. So thanks for being here. I'll talk to you soon.